Hello Zenbees. Zentangle is a meditative art form that is a relaxing method of creating abstract art using structured patterns. It teaches and focuses on being mindful and present. Zentangle requires no artistic skills. Hello, I'm Sandhya. I'm an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. In this channel, we talk about creating and practicing Zentangle, my own Zentangle inspired artworks and collectibles. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any videos that I will be posting every Tuesdays and Fridays. Zendalas are the best of Zentangle and Mandalas. Welcome to Zendala Joy. 31 days, 31 Zendalas. So it's day 29 today and we will be working with string number 12 for today's project. To get your instant free download, all you have to do is sign up onto my newsletter. The link is in the description. So just sign up to get that instant downloadable link. Now it's time to get started with today's project. I will be using my round Zendala tile and I'll be working with my black pen, pencil and stub. So go grab your supplies and let's get started. On to tangling now. Okay, so here we are, day 29 and string number 12. So I have it all traced onto my tile. So to get your instant free download of your Zendala template, all you have to do is sign up onto my newsletter so you can get instant free download of this template, and you can follow us along. There are 15 strings and we've been using that this whole month to create our lovely Zendalas. So here we are with our next project. Okay, so I will be working with my 01 Micron black and a thicker pen. It can be a pen or a 08, and of course a pencil and a stub. So let's get started. So we're going to start with MoonPie. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to start from this corner. Okay, so I make a half circle or a 3/4 of a circle, and then I give an aura line, one more aura line, and then I make a wider aura line like this. So here I'm going to start off with nice and big round circles. Okay, and then I am going to go ahead and give another aura line. Okay, and first we're going to go back and fill these solid black, and then I'm going to pull out another wider line that goes like this, and here I'm going to make these lines, but notice how I'm giving it a curve, not really making it straight lines. So this is going to be slightly curved. And then I am going to give another aura line. Okay, and here I'm going to make beads like this, which is pretty much filled in inside with just a slight hint of white. like that. And then of course we are going to give this you can either give it an aura line, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to start from here and pull out a line with a curve like that. So now we are moving on to our next tangle, which is Floo. So this goes like this. You just keep making auras. Okay, and I'm gonna add one more here. Okay, and then fill this rest of the space with petals or circles. Okay, so just going back and making sure all the gaps are filled. Okay, so we're going to repeat this in the next section. So we are also going to fill this space up with solid black. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this once again. So I start off here with I think it's a 1/4 circle, and then give 2 aura lines right next to it, and then a wider one, and one more, and then a wider one, and one more. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my nice big circles right here. Okay, so we start off with these lines that are curved. And then you go back here and finish it up with these beads, these black beads. Okay, so now I'm going to add my flutes. I start off here. Keep making auras. You can make about 3 or 4 depending upon how much space you have, and then pull out another one. Okay, so I am going to add some circles to fill this gap up. Okay, and of course we are going to fill that with solid black. Okay, so let's go ahead and repeat this all around. So here is my tile all done, and I like the way it is moving around. Okay, so let's finish the center. So here I'm just going to make some interesting curves like this, so a little elongated along this line, along that pencil line. So I'm just going to keep adding that here. like that. Okay, so now I am going to use my pencil and just give an aura line just to make sure that I don't cross this line, right? So something like that. So I'm using a pencil. Okay, so now here inside this space I'm going to use my pen. We're going to do bronze chair, so we are just going to add circles like this with a hint of white. And fill this entire section with that. Okay, so when I try and stay along that pencil line, I'm trying not to go too far out. So there you go. So that's how my bronze chair looks. And now let's move on to our next section. Okay, so now let's move on to this area here. So I'm going to start off. So it's again going to be a mix of tangles like the way we did for the petal. So we're going to start with our first tangle, which is Fleavy. It's a beautiful tangle. So I'm making a line from this end to this end, and I'm trying not to make it extremely straight, so a light curve, because this is an organic tangle and it looks interesting when there's a slight flow in it. So somewhere here I'm going to pull out a petal like that and like that. So on both sides we do this, and then somewhere here I'm going to pull out another one, another set, and then here again. Okay, so now I am going to pull out another line right next to it like this, and over here if you want you can kind of go branch out a bit, and we're going to repeat this on the other side as well. So just skip the petals that we already drew. Okay, so now here I am going to pull out another petal slightly bigger than what we have. Okay, and we're going to repeat this whole thing again. So I'm going to pull out a line that goes like this, and it's just branching out, and we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side like that. And now I'm going to add another petal which is even more bigger than the previous one. So now this is a variation. I think the original tangle by the creator had them all of the same size, so you can definitely play with this. So there it is. Okay, so I have like 3 lines, 3 petals going out. Now we're going to go back in and just enhance this with a line and a dot. Okay, so that looks more interesting. That. Now here I am going to go back and just make it slightly darker at this end, just the ends. Okay, like that. Now let's repeat this all around. Okay, so let me do one more. So we'll start off with a line that kind of goes from here in this point to the center of this, and notice I'm trying not to make a very straight line. Okay, so here I start off with a petal like that, and then another one somewhere here, and another one somewhere here. Okay, so I have these two petals laid down. Now let's pull out an aura line that goes like this on both sides. Okay, now I'm going to add another petal which is slightly bigger than the previous ones. Okay, so now we are going to pull out a line like that. Going to repeat this on the other side. Okay, so now let's add the big petal. Okay, so let's just go back and make our lines to make it look interesting. Okay, and then of course we're going to make this slightly dark. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this. Okay, so here it is, all done. Flew on all of our bigger petals. So here now we are going to add few more tangles, like the way we did. It's going to be a mix of tangles here, and finish our petals. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to pull out a line probably from here to here, like that. Okay, so I'm doing this with a pencil, and then we are going to do Betweed here. Okay, like that. So I'm just pretending this line goes this way, this line goes this way, this line goes this way. Okay, so something like that. I'm going to repeat this on the other side as well. Okay, so this pencil line is just it just tells us this is where it's going to end, right? And then now I'm going to add, okay, I'm going to add some tipples, some Printemps here. So let's go ahead and add some Printemps. Like that, and then whatever more space you have, you can always go back and add some tipples. Okay, and if you still have space, you can add in some black as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill I'm just going to go ahead and add slight black right in the center of my spiral, like that. And this section here is also going to be widened slightly to give that black, like the way we did there. So let's go ahead and repeat this on the other side as well. So I start up somewhere here with a nice spiral. And then maybe add one more here. And probably maybe add one more here. So depending upon how much space you have, you can go ahead and keep adding. Okay, so let's repeat this here once again. So first I'm going to pull out with my pencil, pull out a line going this way and going this way here. Okay, just like that. And then we are going to start off with Betweed. Okay, so this is going to go like that, like this, and you can, you know, make your lines slightly curved if you wish, or you can make it straight. It's totally up to you. So I don't have much space there, so I'm going to stop right there. And then I'm going to start off with my Printemps here. So I don't have a space here, so I'm going to start from here. Pretend this is going around like that. Okay, and I stop there. I'm going to add another one right here. Okay, so this goes like this, and maybe I'll end it there, and then I'm going to add some tipples here. Okay, and I'm going to go back and just add a bit of black. Okay, so this is done on this side. Now let's go to the other side. I have to give this black. Okay, so now let's get to the other side. So here again I start off with a line that goes this way and then this way and then this way. Okay, and now let's start with some nice spirals. So I have more space on this side, so let's use all of that. So it's okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a few more here. Like that, and maybe a small one here. Okay, and then I'm going to go back and add tipple in those gaps. Right there, fill in those gaps up with solid black. And now I go ahead and add black to these endings here. Okay, so there you go. It's going to look like this. So let's take time to finish the rest of it. Okay, so I have completed on all the petals, and I like the way the second layer is quite busy, a lot of things happening there, makes it more interesting, and this kind of forms a pattern in itself on the sides, the betweed, right? So now let's move on to this outer space here. Now, because we have a lot of free tangles, as in open tangles, without much black in them, I want to add something here that has black to give that contrast. So we're going to do DivaDance along this, so it's going to go like that. Okay, so here's how I'm going to start. I'm going to start with my first line. In fact, I'm going to do this with my Micron pen, so it's nice and dark. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make my wavy line like that, and maybe here I can add some. So we're going to alternate between not really alternate, but we're going to have a bunch of filled in completely black and some that have these tipples in them. So I'm going to go ahead and just follow along that, and then pull out another section like that somewhere, and let's just repeat this. So I'm going to have mine here on this side. Okay, so let's see. So there is no plan to this. You just keep adding few randomly here and there. You can have some just empty lines and then some that's kind of going like that. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna fill some with solid black to give that contrast that we are looking for, and some we are gonna just add tipple to make it, or to kind of continue that ornamental finish. So let's see, I'm gonna add black here as well. Okay, and fill this section with circles, and then I'm going to add more. Like that, and some circles, and I'm just going to make this slightly dark. That's about it. Okay, so here's how it's going to look. So we're going to alternate between, not really alternate, just have few tipples and some bit of black. So let's go ahead and repeat one more time here on the next one. Okay, so I make my line nice and wavy, and I'm gonna add my circles here like that. Okay, and then maybe black here just to give a hint of what's happening. Okay, so now I'm going to repeat this, go back, and let me do it on this side, add this little section here which we will be filling up later, and continue on that. So I like to do this, I like to make these pockets and then go back adding whatever I want to add. I mean, if I want to add black, solid black, or if I want to add colors, I do it that way. But if you're somebody who likes to kind of go along with that and like kind of finish that and then move on to the next line, that's absolutely fine. So do what works for you. Okay, so now this one is going to be filled in solid black. Then add some circles here. Add circle here as well, maybe. And then we're going to add black, the rest of the space sections here. So there you go. Yeah, oh, I like that. I like that mix of black and the tipples. So let's go ahead and finish this all around. Okay, so here it is, all done. I like the contrast that it's bringing about. But now it's time to bring this whole project to life by adding shading. So when we add shading, it creates this nice, interesting three-dimensional look. So which is what we're going to do now. Now before I start with the shading, I want to invite you guys to my Facebook group, which is Zenbees. It's a fun place to hang out. After the session, you will find other Zenbees posting interesting creations out of this sessions with interesting twists and addition of colors. It's just beautiful out there. So do join us. A lot of learning happens in the group after the session, and you definitely don't want to miss out on that. So I'll see you in the Facebook group. Okay, so now let's get to shading. So let's start with the first moisture. So we're just going to add our pencil right on top, just on one side though. So we're just going to do that. This gives a nice dimension here. And now for these smaller petals, I am just going to add my pencil right here. Okay, and let's do that on all of them. Okay, and I'm also actually going to go on the other side. Okay, so basically we're going to add our pencil and do the blending like this, and make sure the center is white. So we want the center to kind of reflect the light. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that on all of them. Okay, so do you see the difference? Do you see how this is getting lost and how this just stands out, these two here? So let's go ahead and finish that. So here it is, all done. Our center flower is just popping out, and I love that. Okay, so now let's get to the next section, So here we are going to just do shading to enhance certain elements of this petal, like this V here. I'm just adding my pencil in a V format to bring out that to give that depth right there for the fluey. So something like that. So we will do this all around, and then we are going to go out of this petal and just blend this whole thing. Okay. Like that. We just do this so we can see both. Okay, so just so let's see. So I like the way this, let's look at these two petals here. So I like the way it's just standing out. Okay, so let's finish the rest of it. So we're going to do the fluey here and also the outside, and then we'll come back and see if we need to add something. We will definitely do that. Okay, so I've done my shading all around and it does look interesting, but still there's, I feel something is missing. So here's what we're going to do. I find this Betweed that we did, it's a lot more open, so I'm just going to kind of add another line to kind of make it look more intricate. And then I'm also going to do a couple of things here to just make it more interesting. Okay, so let's just repeat this on the other side as well. Okay, so this is done. Now, so now I'm gonna quickly just go around, not the whole thing, but just maybe 1/3 of. So I'm just gonna add give a light weight, just a bit like that to make this pop up a bit, just on one side, just to kind of make it more interesting. And another thing that I'm going to do here is, so notice our Betweed kind of ends here, so I'm just very gently, I'm not really going too dark here, very gently I'm just going to make that pencil line there and just blend this out here this way. So what this does is it kind of separates my Betweed, which kind of shows up. Now here if you see, the Betweed is kind of getting lost, and that whole idea of having these together so they make a pattern in itself is kind of getting lost, right? So I'm just going to go back and add my pencil here like that, just kind of emphasize on that shift there. Okay, so if you notice, see now it's making sense. Now you can see all of that standing out, right? So let's go ahead and do that. These are, you know, final enhancements that we kind of do to give it a beautiful finish. So let me just quickly do that, and then let's see how this looks. Okay, so here I have added the double line and also have given that light shading to have those Betweed pop out. Okay, so now let's go ahead and sign our artwork and finish with the journaling. So I like the way it's again getting into layers. So this as the background, and then we have this petal, this big flower, and then the smaller flower, and then the center. Okay, so let's now go ahead and put our initials. You can put your initials. I don't have space to. Maybe I can write my full name here in this section here, so it's going to dance along. There go. Okay, so let's now journal this. So this is today's date is 29th of October 2020, and this is Zendala Joy, day 29 in string. I can't believe we are on day 29. Just 3 more days to go and we will complete the series. Okay, so this was string number 12. So we started off with Tangle MoonPie, and then we did Floo, and then we did Fleavy. Okay, and then of course we added a lot of fun stuff there. We did Betweed, we did Printemps, and we did DivaDance. Okay, so those are all the fun things we did. So here's our project all done. Okay, so now I just wanted to quickly show you our previous project using the same string. So this was all light and classy, and this is all filled in and festive. I like both. So what do you think? It's the same string and it's all fun here. Hope you had fun creating this project with me. I would love to see your creations. So head on to our Facebook group Zendalas, where all the after party fun happens. Share your works there and check out the creations by other Zendalas. If you're sharing your works on social media, then please do tag me at Sandhya or hashtag Tangle with Sandhya, so I get to see your lovely works there. Now it's time to comment, so please comment below and let me know how you enjoyed this project, because that really helps me plan out my next set of videos. Also, a quick note, these projects and these videos are for your personal use, and no part of these can be used for any kind of commercial purposes. To understand the Zentangle method and to get started on your own Zentangle journey, email me to get information about my group classes or to schedule your private sessions. Slots for the month of November are now open. Now it's time to show some love, so hit that like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. If you really enjoyed working with me on this project, then please do like the video and subscribe to the channel, because that really helps me more than you know, and that is all I ask from you. Also, so I'll see you tomorrow, which is day 30, and we will be working with string number 8 for tomorrow's project. So get your tile ready and I will see you tomorrow, and until then, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.